Hi, welcome to this week's episode of Sportswrap. My name is Saul. I'm your host and sports editor of the Chronicle. To start a negative note, the men's soccer team is really struggling after reaching a high of being ranked number 2 in the country. They've now dropped 3 straight last weekend, falling to Clemson, and they're really looking to rebound after, again, winning those first 4 games. They've now lost 3 straight and are looking at what could be a disappointing stretch. After a 5-game stretch without their star player, Ade Wokuniran returned for Duke Volleyball, and in her first game back, they won perhaps their hardest game of the season, taking down number 14 Oregon when they went up to New York for the Hofstra Invitational, and Duke ended up splitting their 2 games on Saturday for what was a very satisfying weekend for the team. Women's soccer opened up ACC play on Sunday, and they played to a tie with NC State, and they're continuing to have a really strong season, even though we had seen a really strong attack over the last few games, having scored 6 goals against James Madison, but Duke only scored 1 goal in 110 minutes against the Wolfpack. The women's basketball team released their schedule for the 2019-20 season, and they'll be looking to make the NCAA tournament again after having one of its worst seasons in the last few decades last year. Make sure to check out our Michael Modell's column on the men's basketball team. If you've ever thought that Coach K doesn't use a too big of a rotation compared to a lot of his peers, well, the data backs that up. Michael sifted through decades of data, and one of his main findings was that Coach K has used the second thinnest rotation among all current Power 5 teams since the turn of the millennium. This weekend, the football team will return to action, heading to Blacksburg, Virginia to take on Virginia Tech Friday night at 7 o'clock. And even though it will be a really tough game, Duke is looking to continue their hot streak after 2 big wins, including a pretty impressive 41-18 win against Middle Tennessee 2 weeks ago. The men's soccer team will look to bounce back this weekend, a rivalry game, heading to Chapel Hill to take on rival North Carolina and avoid that 4th straight loss. Women's soccer will continue conference play with a pretty tough road weekend, heading to Wake Forest on Thursday before going to Charlottesville to take on UVA on Sunday. Thank you very much for joining us. For Saul, Duke Chronicle, have a great day.